Hey guys, it's me, Natasha Lynn, and I am live with you here today via Instagram and also Facebook. And so today's topic is teen hair care and how to deal with their child's hair and how we can help the health of their hair, okay? So I got some tips here for you today. It's very, very important to kind of recognize when your child is going through the puberty stage so you can kind of see the different changes that's going to happen with your child's hair. Kind of give you guys a brief summary or just bring you up to date if you don't already know. For females, we go through puberty right around, our benchmark would be around the cycle period, okay? The period, right? So that's when you can kind of gauge that your child has actually entered into puberty. But just before that, you'll notice some changes going through the body and especially the hair. So that's where I'm coming in. And something that happens to the body is your hormones change, but your pores are producing, like it's excreting oils and it's shooting them out of the pores, and you're going to notice like more oil on the skin, which you see breakouts. You'll see more oily hair, which it might have kind of like a greasy look or maybe dirty effect, or even smells will come from the hair. So this is just a sign that your child has either entered into puberty or is about to enter into puberty. So some things that you guys want to do is make sure that your child is washing their hair often enough. All different races, some people wash their hair, maybe 3, 4, 5 times a week, and then some it might be every other week. But during puberty, you want to make sure that you're washing your child's hair or have your child wash his or her hair more often than they are right now. So I'm just giving an example. If my child is washing their hair every other week and I see them enter into puberty and I'm noticing some odors and I'm noticing the oil secreting out of their scalp, I'm going to say, okay, maybe you should start trying to wash your hair once a week. And if that is not enough, maybe twice in the week. So these are just some tips that is going to help the health of your child's hair. We want to make sure we're smelling fresh when we're going to school and all of those great things. So definitely washing more often. And as often as you wash, you want to make sure you're conditioning as well, because the hair is going through a change and it's nice, healthy atmosphere or foundation for the hair. That's what I want to say, foundation. So make sure you're using a good moisturizing conditioner. There's so many several conditioners. If you have one that you love, continue to use it. I'm not going to tell you not to use it or, ooh, that's a bad conditioner. If you have a good moisturizing conditioner, continue to use it. If you don't, I have so many that I can recommend to you. So you can, if you have any questions about that, go ahead and ask. I'm a big Cantu fan, Shea Moisture. So those are really, really great moisturizing conditioners to use. Okay. Another tip to use for your teen is a big wide tooth comb or maybe a vent brush. Okay. And this is just to help separate and detangle the hair when after washing and conditioning the hair. You want to make sure that you're detangling it. A big wide tooth comb or a vent brush will be great. We want to make sure that they're not ripping their hair out or causing any kind of breakage. And so we're going to use our wide tooth combs to make sure we're not tearing it out or breaking it. Okay. Scarves and bonnets. Okay. Scarves and bonnets are meant to be used inside the house. That's it. Okay. I know some people get excited and they like to wear their scarves and bonnets outside the house. Do what you want with your child, but we want to teach our children how to walk outside properly, right? Right. But scarves and bonnets, the correct scarf or bonnet would be a silk or satin scarf. I do see girls and they'll have just the cotton, or the scarves with the little prints. Those would be incorrect because it will absorb the moisture out of your hair, and that can actually dry your hair out. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but if you notice people wearing a scarf for a long period of time, you'll notice sometimes they'll have breakage around the edges of their hair, maybe their hairline or around the back. Sometimes when I have teens come in and they're like, I've always had this breakage. And my first question is, do you wear a scarf? And they're like, yeah, I wear a scarf. And I'm like, I can tell you where you tie your scarf. You tie your scarf right up in the front, because I can see the little knot and the little ball spot that's forming because you tie it there every single time. So this is just a tip that I would give. If you tie your scarf up here, okay, maybe next week tie your scarf back here. Maybe another week tie it over here. Just gives your hair a break. This just gives your hair a break from not doing the same thing over and over again, and you will wear your hair out, literally. Okay, so again, make sure that's a satin scarf or a silk scarf. The cotton scarves or the scarves that are more like the clothy feel will suck up and dry up the oils, the natural oils and moistures that your hair needs to keep itself hydrated. It can cause dryness and breakage, and it will break off. Okay, while your teen's hair is transitioning onto puberty, you might notice that the hair is getting thicker and probably more coarse. That's very, very possible because they're actually getting that final layer of their hair is actually closing up, the cuticles closing up and sealing off. So it might be a little more thicker and a little coarse. So I'm saying this, and I'm saying this really, really gently, okay? This might be the time when you, if you're using a flat iron, or if they're using a flat iron for their hair, I would say with supervision, they may turn the heat up just a tad, okay? Just a tad, because the hair has changed. So if you've been, say you've been curling or flat ironing their hair when they're a little younger, and you notice that the texture's changed and you're like, man, it's not getting as straight as it used to, with caution, you can turn up the heat a little bit, because what's happening is their hair has gotten a little bit thicker. This is what happens when boys and girls go through puberty. It's called the androgen stage. I believe it's androgen. And that's our male hormone, and that's where the hair gets thicker, and it usually starts to grow a little bit more coarse, okay? So this is where you can use a little bit more heat, just like I said, with caution, okay? Don't say, oh, I can crank this heat up. She's going through puberty. It's not like that, but the hair texture can change, okay? So as the teen is entering into this stage, stress becomes real. So just like as adults, we have stress, and we are, we have to figure out how to deal with our stress. Stress becomes real. So if you have a 13-year-old and you notice that she has began coming into puberty, and you notice breakage, don't think that it's not possible because she's a child that she cannot be stressed out. It is very, very possible that she is going through some kind of stress. And if she's, dealing with the breakage, okay? So stress, okay? Stress can come to any part of your hair, but it's mostly seen right here, and this is our occipital bone right here. Let me turn around. This is your occipital right here, and that's the most common place for hair loss or breakage, or you might notice some short strands or even balding right there. So if you see these little if you see something like this in your teen, then kind of sending out an alert that something's not right. So things that you can do, and this is just something that I say across the board for everybody, teen, child, adult. The first thing I would say is to make sure that you are drinking lots of water and taking a multivitamin. The ingredients that are in the vitamin can kind of buffer the stress. It's not going to take it away. It might not even stop the breakage all the way, but it will kind of act as a buffer on the scalp and on the follicles, the hair follicles. Because what we don't want is the follicles to die off, and then we have no more hair there. You know, that is possible that it can be a permanent hair loss, and we don't want that, right? So drink lots of water, take a multivitamin, preferably with biotin. That will actually help with the stress. And then, you know, find little stress relievers if you need to put your teen into a sport, or, you know, take your teen to the gym, or maybe outside to the park. That's probably where we're going to go later. You know, just to something that where they can release the stress. That will be great, you know, for the health of their hair, not only their hair, but their body, their skin. It makes a huge difference. Okay. Something that will help for oily hair is vitamin B. Okay, and it's usually for like mild cases. It will help for dandruff. So again, you can take your multivitamin, or you can get an additional vitamin B, and it helps actually control dandruff. So along with the medicated shampoo, if you notice that the dandruff is out of hand, get your child a good medicated shampoo, and, you know, make sure that they're using that, you know, whatever it states on the bottle. If it's once a week, make sure they're doing it at least once a week. So I think that's all I have. I felt like I was going super fast, but I feel like I think that's all I have for you guys today. More hair care tips and tutorials and information I will have for you guys weekly. It's every Sunday at 2:30. But you can also go to my website. I have a lot of great products that you guys can purchase and be sent to your home for free shipping. Yes, free shipping. So you can go to salonbossusa.com, and I'll put that link up there, and you guys can see the great products that you can purchase for your teen, or you purchase for yourself, for hydrating, moisturizing your hair, shampoos and conditioners, all the good, great stuff to use. And I think that's it. That's all I have. But thank you guys for watching. If you have any great topics that you want me to talk about, please let me know, and I would love to share the information that I have. But thanks for watching. See you later.